Guys, it's here. Oh man, take a look at this. Yes, we got a split board, guys. Yeah. That's right, guys, we got a split board. Welcome to another episode of Board Progression. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Dan Reese, and for a while now, since the ski resorts have closed, I've been dreaming of having a split board set up. But as you probably know, they're not cheap. Well, several months back, I filmed a video highlighting some Marine veterans who were using skiing and snowboarding to help deal with PTSD at Snowbird. A buddy of mine named Steve Craig reached out to me and asked if I could do that video for him and his brothers. Fast forward to a week and a half ago, he reached out to me and said, "Hey Dan, as a thank you, I think you need to get a split board. We want to get one for you. What would you like to have?" Yeah. I was flattered and I said, "Thank you for the gesture, but I can't accept something like that. You got to understand how expensive these setups are." But he was adamant and he said, "I'm going to raise the money and I'm going to get you something you don't like, so you might as well tell me what you would like." So I did just that, and a week later, a box with a board and skins arrived at my house. These days, anytime we get a new package from anywhere, we're being extra precautious because supposedly the coronavirus can live on cardboard for up to 24 hours. So better safe than sorry. So what was waiting for me inside the box? A brand new 2020 Jones Mountain Twin Split. Yeah. When given the option to have literally any split board that I would want, that's the one I chose because it is a freestyle oriented backcountry split board. Jones has been in the game for a while now making split boards. They are the cream of the crop in my opinion. So I am beyond excited to be rocking this board, guys. Steve also threw down the cash for the matching Jones Nomad skins, which are pre-cut and ready to go on the board, which is amazing. So this very video and many more to come are made possible by Stephen Craig and the Gulf Battery 2nd Battalion 10th Marines. Thank you guys so much. I am so grateful. I cannot express it enough. I'll leave a link right down below to Steve's Instagram account. Do me a favor, go hit his Instagram. Thank him so much for what he's done for this channel and for what he's done for this country. Also, guys, please, if you're feeling generous, consider donating to Wasatch Adaptive. They're one of the best programs here in Utah, helping people like veterans and others with disabilities get on snow and learn skiing and snowboarding. It's an awesome cause. There's a link to that in the description below as well. So now that I have the board and the skins, the only thing I need left are split board bindings and poles. Well, fortunately, I picked up some poles at a lost and found sale last fall for like $5. They're not the best, but they get the job done. And for bindings, I decided to go with the Union Expeditions. Every review I read on the Expeditions said they are the best snowboard binding for the ride downhill. The only catch was I couldn't find any in my size right now other than one set on REI, and I couldn't tell exactly what year they were. Well, it turns out they're the 2021 Forged Carbon Series Expeditions. They're the top of the line binding that they make, and they're not even on Union's website right now yet. I think I'm gonna do a full review of the bindings and release that a little bit later as it gets closer to next season. Leave a comment down below if you guys are interested in seeing that. What do you think? Well, that's probably enough of me talking about all this gear. I'm assuming you guys would probably rather see it in action. So let's jump forward to the next day where I test out all the stuff on snow for the first time ever split boarding, by the way. I've never done this before. Let's see how it went. You know what? There's one more thing that I need to do. Okay, now we can get the show on the road. By the way, guys, you can get your own board progression sticker online. Link in the description below. little bit of a bummer this morning. I was supposed to be touring with Evan and Otto, but Otto was halfway up here and realized he forgot his poles. Long story short, he doesn't have enough time to go back home and get his poles and still make it. But I'm stoked to be riding with Evan. Evan's got a split board and he's been touring with Otto a handful of times since the resort's closed. There he is. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
How you doing?
Good. Ready for your first tour?
Oh, I'm ready. Yeah. Well, as ready as I can be, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I think the plan is we're gonna check out Grizzly Gulch, which is famous, by the way. If you don't know where that is, look it up. First thing you gotta do is skin up the boards, I guess. Let's see how this goes. Thanks again for your patience today, man. I'm gonna be the Jerry when it comes to this stuff.
I got nowhere to be today.
Yeah. Start at the top, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Keep the edges exposed,
the
right?
edges. It's cool they came pre-cut though.
Yeah. That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
One down. Yeah, that's relatively painless.
All right, homie.
All right, man.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
We'll do a little beacon test.
Sure. This is essential, guys. Yep.
Sweet.
Cool. Awesome. All right, so this is going to be our point of entry.
Yep.
Cool. So guys, make sure you've got the skis split the right way. Almost started to put this one on my left foot and this one on the right foot. Not a good start. We're gonna get started, guys. For the sake of me getting better at this technique, I think I'll put the camera away for a little bit so I can use both my hands. I hope you guys don't mind. We'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, we're doing pretty good. How much ground do you think we covered?
Probably 200 feet elevation gain.
So nothing crazy, but we're getting the hang of it. It's definitely a very unique experience, unlike anything else I've ever done. Actually, it just kind of occurred to me, I think this is the closest I've been to being on skis in like 20-25 years.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, isn't it? It is pretty ridiculous. There's definitely like a little bit of muscle memory left, but it's interesting. It's unique. I'll try to do a couple of selfie shots here, but this probably won't last. So Evan was saying a big tip is try to keep your skins on the ground. You don't want to be lifting your feet up as you slide, and the more stride you can get, the more efficient you are with your energy. I am definitely very slow at this compared to Evan. Look how far away he is already. Morning. By the way, this is a pretty sick zone. Already, I've seen 2 massive jumps set up. There's one over there, I don't know if you can see it. Big old gap. Jeez. And we passed Chad's gap on the way up. And let me just tell you, Chad's gap looks massive in person. It even looks massive on video, but it looks even bigger in person. Yeah, it's insane. So Evan's gonna give us a couple pointers on backcountry safety.
Yeah, we're starting to get into a zone for the first time in our tour that we're really starting to get exposed to avalanche danger. Of course, there's always a risk, and we have our beacons on. But here in front of us, we have an especially prone area, and you can even see some evidence of that with the rollerballs actions, those large chunks that are sort of scattered along the ridge there.
Right in there.
If you're in a group with people who are new to this, a aka Dan.
Yep.
Making them aware of what's going on, and if it were a particularly high risk day where we had like a lot of snow accumulation or wind drift or anything along those lines, we would think about spacing.
Yeah.
So not traveling right next to each other across a possible avalanche path, but maybe like a school bus distance apart, starting in a zone of safety like we are right here behind some trees, and having one person cross the possible avalanche path to the next zone of safety across the way by those trees before the next person starts.
Extra social distancing.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not at high risk today, but that's really good information to know, and you should always act as if it's high risk, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. All right, Evan is across. I'll make my way across. All right, we're across. Cool. Holy. Whoa.
Oh.
Dude. No way. So sick. I don't know if you guys recognize that dam, if you're familiar with Brighton, but that's Millie Chair right over there. Alright, I think we're gonna head up this way, guys, kind of toward Solitude. We're not actually gonna go onto that side and then pick a line somewhere back down into Grizzly. Any commentary on my form?
Looks good, Dan.
Sweet.
Yeah, maximize that glide.
Maximize the glide. Maximize your stride and your glide. Cool. I think we're approaching our drop-in zone, guys.
Yeah, I reckon we can like get right over this knoll here, and that might be a good place to drop.
We haven't even started to head downhill yet, guys, and first impressions, this is awesome. All right, guys, as Brigham Young would say, this is the spot. Comment down below if you get that reference.
All right,
Time
we're gonna do some transitioning here today.
Time for some tranny.
Yeah. Some people are pretty leisurely with their transitions. Others pride themselves on being able to do it wicked fast. So depending on who you're touring with and your partners, you can take a more leisurely pace or, you know, try to get things done. So.
I have a feeling this one's going to be a more leisurely for me today. But hopefully we'll get wicked fast eventually.
Yeah.
You can tell Evan's from the Northeast. Love it. Yeah. Fun tip, guys. For those of you who've been following the channel for a while, you know I'm from the East and I used to work at Liberty Mountain in Pennsylvania. Well, this guy did too. He was an instructor at Liberty. One season before I started working there, I think he moved out here. So our paths didn't cross until we got here, which is kind of funny, but pretty sick.
Small world.
Small world, yep. Alright guys, let's see how fast or slow I can do this. I've practiced this once indoors. See how it goes.
I might dig a quick little pit and see what the
That's a good idea.
snowpack is looking like.
Yeah. Evan's got a full pit done and his board set up. What do you think is faster at the board setup, guys? So how are we looking over here?
Yeah, it looks pretty solid for the most part. I'm just observing the different layers of snowpack that we have going on, and they're pretty visible.
Yeah.
We have like our newest layer right here.
In like the last 48 hours.
Yeah. And then the next layer down, a few layers of snow, which was pretty neat to check out.
Yeah.
And next thing we're gonna do is extended cob test. And now Dan, I'm gonna ask for your help here.
Sure.
You take this piece of P cord.
Okay.
And we're gonna isolate that section right there.
Okay.
And we're just gonna saw it back and forth.
Saw it back and forth?
Yeah. Yeah. All the way down. Try to get real low. Nice. All right, that's good. I'll just pull it through.
Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty sturdy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there's nothing really breaking here.
Not much movement.
It would take a lot of force to get that.
Yeah.
There it goes.
To go. Wow.
But that took a lot of effort on my part. So
Yeah, yeah.
based on that assessment,
Cool.
feeling pretty solid about shutting down this thing.
Oh yeah.
Don't quote me on this, guys. Take an Avi course.
Sure. Yeah.
Uh,
Which is the first thing we're doing next season. by
yeah,
the way.
but you can like sort of tell based on like if your fist or your fingers are like kind of going through at different depths. Like I can barely get my finger through.
Softer down there.
A little bit softer down there.
Cool. Well, dude, thanks for your help with this understanding.
Yeah, for sure. Remember to fill in your pit.
Yeah. Is that like a safety thing as well as like courtesy, so you just don't have holes everywhere?
Yeah, definitely like a safety thing.
Yeah, makes sense. All right.
A little bit more walking to do once you get to the bottom.
Oh my
Get back to the
gosh.
farm. So,
Look at this rookie mistake.
what, your binding's backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna point that out, but I thought that was like your rad new binding system. So
No, that's just me being a Jerry. Pretend you didn't see that. Boom, look at that. With the blink of an eye, we switched it with the magic of editing. Evan's gonna lead the way for us, guys. Yeah, thanks again for your patience, man, with learning all this stuff. I am beyond stoked to be dropping in right now, guys. I think Evan is too. Drop in. Maiden voyage on the Jones. Woo! Oh yeah.
yeah.
One thing I forgot to do, close my vents in my pants. Refreshing. That'll wake you up in the morning. Oh yeah. Rock fakey. Oh, sick. Yeah.
bump.
Yeah. Dude, that was so sick.
Yeah, a little sticky.
It was sticky though, yeah, that was the tough part.
Yeah.
There are a few nice little side hits,
Yeah.
but it was sticky, man, yeah.
Past 12 o'clock, so definitely getting that warm temps.
Yep, yep.
So,
Yeah, super fun, dude.
yeah.
Dude, I like the whole process though, you know? Top hill was a learning curve, but actually really fun, I should say.
Yeah, the snow was pretty decent, like further up too.
It was, yeah. There was like a couple of turns, like the first 2 turns were a little bit like scrapey.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just beautiful. Well, thanks so much, Evan, for helping with all this, getting acquainted with it, man. I'm sure you guys appreciate it just as much as I do. And
yeah, it was fun to get out, get some fresh air in the outdoors.
Definitely, man.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Good introduction to this kind of thing. I can't wait to do more of it. And I promise I'll be faster next time. So guys, first impressions of the board are phenomenal. It turns so easily, so well. The only thing right now is the snow was so wet. I felt like I had to lean back really hard on the tail. It is set up at a pure twin stance right now, so I could set the stance back just a little bit and it would probably be easier to ride in the sticky snow. But the ride quality on the way down was phenomenal. It felt like a regular snowboard. I really don't have anything to compare it with other split boards other than what I've read online, but it felt great, felt extremely responsive. The bindings are amazing. The bindings felt completely locked in. They had like the same amount of flex that I have on my Burton Malavitas, on my Solomon Super 8. That's my regular inbounds free ride big mountain board and binding setup, and it felt just as good, maybe even a little better. I'm riding a 157 on the board. That's the biggest board I have right now, actually, this new one. So it felt like a little bit harder to maneuver around corners and stuff, but not much. It felt really at home, honestly. So I'm super stoked on the setup. Thanks again to Steve and all you guys for raising the funds on the board. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for more split boarding. We're not even halfway through our postseason here. Until next time, keep progressing in anything and everything that you're doing. Even if you're staying at home, stay safe. God bless. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. Holy hell, guys. Right next to us, I just noticed this. That's massive. I mean, if you send it off of this,
You're gonna break your legs, man.
there's not much tranny to land on. That looks like death.
It's like sending yourself like
Into the
40 feet
oblivion.
out,
Yeah. A lot of flat down there.